This is last month how much one of my Instagram theme pages made in revenue off of selling a digital product.
Oh, man. Hold up. Yep. 78 is right there. What's good, world? It's your boy Tony, and we're back on the TunedinTony podcast with my guy Taijaun Reshard, 21 years old, Instagram genius. Like, I see him all the time, and I was just thinking, this show is all about entrepreneurs making money, and this guy talks about how to make money on Instagram. I've seen his students, I've seen his success, Instagram plaques, all of that. So welcome to the show. I cannot wait to get in this episode and just spread your knowledge onto the people. What's up, man?
I appreciate you for having me,
man. Yeah. So first of all, let's talk about where are you from?
New York. Born in Queens, New York, but raised out here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. You could definitely hear it in the voice for sure. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, when you got with like just Instagram, right? You're so young, you're killing this. What was the gateway that led you to just, owning Instagram theme pages, showing people how to make money, and just educating people on what a theme page is?
Now, that's a good question. So I've always been into entrepreneurship pretty much my whole life. I remember in middle school, I used to literally, we had metal detectors, so I used to bring Jolly Ranchers in through my lunchbox, and I'll sell them throughout the school for 25 cents. I was always an entrepreneur, but I think that was just who I was meant to be. And when I was 15, 16 years old, I decided to actually start my own clothing brand. Clothing brand didn't do as well as I wanted to do, but it was my gateway into entrepreneurship. But most importantly, that led me to my next endeavor, which led me to Instagram, which was drop shipping. Now, drop shipping, as most people probably know, it's basically when you build a website, you find a product, you source a product from China, and every time you make a sale, the Chinese supplier automatically sends it to your customer. And what we used to do for my drop shipping stores, we actually used to use this thing called Instagram theme pages to actually bring eyes to our product. So for those of you who don't know, basically an Instagram theme page is a faceless page that posts specific content for a specific group of people. So think of the Shade Room, think of Wealth, think of Spiritual Word. The list literally goes on. But what we would do is we would reach out to these lower Instagram theme pages that cost us about $50 to $200, and they would literally bring us back thousands in sales for our dropshipping store. So this is how I kind of got my first foot in the door with Instagram theme pages specifically. And yeah.
So just kind of like how Facebook ads has changed, has the theme page landscape changed? Like, is it still numbers like that type of return on investment, or is it like a little bit more strategic now?
So that's a great question. So if anybody knows anything about Facebook ads, they know that back in, what would you say, 2012, 2013, Facebook was like the Wild West.
Right.
You can literally make a print-on-demand shirt with a cat on it saying, "I love my cat," and sell it to cat moms, and it would literally go crazy. Right? With Instagram theme pages, when I started with it a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, was it a lot easier back then because there wasn't a lot of people doing it? Absolutely. But what happened was people started to hop on. Like, they're like, "Yo, you're telling me I can reach hundreds of thousands of people by getting posted on one of these big Instagram theme pages, only paying $50 to $100?
Yeah.
Oh, bet." So what I realized was a lot of people started hopping onto this. But what I'm realizing is this: the same gains we were getting back then, we can still get now. You just have to be a little bit more strategic about it. You can't just post anything and expect to make the world back. No, you have to be strategic and be intentional about everything you're posting.
Got you. So, and when you say be intentional and strategic, do you mean kind of like probably meshing with who their audience is? Because I think that's where people in not just theme pages, all advertising just go wrong. They feel like, hey, just because I posted this video, it should work. And that's the biggest issue, them just thinking that it should. So can you probably break some of that down of how it can work?
No, 1000%. So we get a little like, I get really, really deep with it. But how to make it work is we look at the kind of theme page we're getting on. So one thing that we like to focus on and pay attention to, we pay attention to patterns. So for example, a lot of big media pages like the Shade Room, for example, if you were to scroll down their feed, you'll see a commonality between all their posts. Every single post has a header, every single post has the image, and every single post has the Shade Room logo. So when I get on the Shade Room, what do I want to do? I want to make my post look exactly like the Shade Room posted it. Same with any other page I get on. Unlike before, where I would just get on the page, like most people today, actually, it's kind of sad, but they'll just get on these pages, post anything, and expect it to do good. No, you have to be intentional. If this page has 500,000 followers and their followers are used to seeing something posted a certain way, I'm gonna make sure my post is formatted that certain way to make it seem like it blends in perfectly with the page. Because people follow these big pages to see what they post. They don't follow these big pages to see Taijaun and Tony.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to be very, very, very intentional in making sure that whatever it is that you're posting, make sure that it looks like that the source posted it themselves.
Got you. So when you make it look like the source posted it, like how Spiritual World, Hollywood Unlocked, Shade Room, is it your job to find the fonts that they use? Do they tell you, or is this a service that they do?
That's a good question. I tell people this all the time. These big Instagram theme pages, these are businesses.
Yeah.
These are businesses, meaning if you reach out to these big Instagram theme pages, say, hey, how much do you charge for a promo? Whatever, what you'll realize is that would actually be an option. Hey, if you want a regular 24-hour post, we're going to charge you $500. If you want a branded permanent post, we're going to charge you $1,000. And what you'll realize is you're probably going to be paying a little bit more money. But guess what? You're going to be paying a little bit more money to have a post look exactly like they posted it, to be able to legally use their branding, and to be able to use the fonts that they use for their posts. So literally what we do is in one of my secrets is we actually pay a little bit more when we get on these pages, and we intentionally tell them, hey, I need your logo, I need your font, I need X, Y, and Z. I need you to design this as if it were a regular post on your page. And that's what we do. We pay a little bit extra and they'll do it for us.
Got you. I'm also even thinking too, since it's a business, if you tried to recreate it and the fonts like look similar but were just like way off, they probably wouldn't even like that, would they?
No, they wouldn't. They'll be able to tell us a knockoff. Well, one, the page itself, they're probably not going to be rocking with it. But two, the followers of the page are going to be able to tell it's a knockoff, and it just doesn't look good at all. So I make sure every single time that I get on these pages that I'm having their design team do all the work for me.
Okay, got you. And then what's usually the turnaround time from the time you send them a post to the time they like make it happen?
Send a post and make it happen. It depends. I'm the type of person where I tell them, hey, I need it now. I'll pay you extra if I have to. So every single post I do, I'll say I'm a last minute kind of guy. So if I need a post tonight at 9:30, I'm gonna text them at 7:30, be like, yo, you have any available spots for tonight? No, we don't, but hey, I'll pay you extra. Okay, yes, we do. So I like to pay extra. But typically if I was going through a normal process, people can get you on a page within 24 hours. So let's say, I'm not gonna say within 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. The design process is relatively fast.
Yeah, because they're just doing digital real estate in a sense.
It's literally, and they're used to doing it. You remember, these are posts that they're posting every single day. They already have the format down pat. They're just putting your content inside of it.
Gotcha. I mean, and I want to probably like slow down a little bit because I feel like some of the people on here are probably like, yo, this is dope. Like, I've seen these pages, but I want to make sure they understand what pages we're talking about.
Yeah.
So these are the pages that you go to, whether it's cars, beauty, whatever. And it's just a whole bunch of pictures, news articles just related with that.
Exactly. Like these, a way to tell what an Instagram theme page is they typically have no face attached, and they're typically posting the same kind of content over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time. There are literally thousands of Instagram theme page niches out there. You have the car pages. We see them all the time. We have the sports pages. We have the spiritual pages. We have the health and beauty pages. We have the health and fitness pages. We literally have the quote pages. They have pages on everything. And one of my favorite pages are the entrepreneurship, the business, the success pages, the motivational pages. The list goes on.
So when you see these pages and someone's looking at it and they're like, because you can repurpose the content, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to get in trouble for repurposing content?
Nah.
Okay. If somebody was like, I could do that, is that possible? Like, and how long would it take for them to really be able to make a good theme page? It don't got to be wealth or shade room.
Like starting an Instagram theme page?
Yeah, like starting it.
Funny enough, people can actually start these Instagram theme pages and make money within 30 days. Now, assuming you know what you're doing. So, for example, one of our best theme pages to date, we literally took it from 0 to 50,000 followers and making $10,000 in the first 30 days. Now, that's obvious because I have experience, but what I want to get at is anybody can do this. Anybody can do this, because what you'll realize is a commonality between all these posts is nobody's ever showing their face. Most of these theme pages, they never make the post themselves. And like I said, the first point, they don't even have to do dances or anything, right?
Yeah.
They're literally just getting content that's already online. So it's super, super fast to get started on one of these pages. Now, am I saying you're going to make money within 30 days? Probably not. That's because I have experience. But anybody can get started with these pages. And if you stay consistent, you can be making money with your Instagram theme page within the first year easily.
Got you. So for my audience, I love breaking down limiting beliefs and what probably they're thinking, what I'm thinking. So it's hard enough to grow my own Instagram page, right? Like I've been working on it forever. How can I grow a theme page so fast?
Instagram theme pages are way easier to grow than personal
You
pages.
think so?
Yeah, because think about it. People follow Tony because they like Tony.
Yeah.
People are following my theme page because they like what my theme page posts. You're limited to just posting yourself.
Right.
Theme pages are not limited at all. They post anything. So if I have a page that's about sports, one day I could be talking about how the Miami Heat just knocked out the Celtics in Game 7. The next post I could be talking about how somebody just got knocked out in boxing. There's literally a plethora, aka an endless amount of content for you to post on these Instagram theme pages. Other than, like, for example, your page or Tony's page. You have to create content. You have to get in front of a camera, or you have to go and create these posts yourself. It's too much work. And with these theme pages, we're literally just taking posts that have already been made and making them match our brand, and we're just posting them on our account. Super duper simple.
Got you. And you're right. It's a way bigger pool who's interested in that niche or whatever
Exactly.
that, is versus just me. So someone who's listening, who's just thinking, I'm thinking, if you're thinking that like, yo, you've already been struggling with your own Instagram growth, this is going to be way easier.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%. What I tell people all the time, too, is this is digital real estate. You're building a platform that you can literally leverage and do whatever you want with this platform, however you want. The number one denominator between a successful business and an unsuccessful business is how many customers can you get to buy whatever it is you have to offer. My question to you is this. You have a YouTube channel, right?
Right.
How many subscribers do you have at the time of recording this?
6,200.
6,200 subscribers. My question to you is this. Do you think that if the Shade Room with 27 million followers posted a viral clip of your podcast on their page, do you think that'll bring more viewership to your YouTube channel?
I might need to do that.
Nah, literally. So this is something we actually done with one of our brands. We literally, we started a Instagram theme page and we started a YouTube channel in the same niche, literally the same brand about this Instagram theme page. And we're literally bringing our followers from Instagram to becoming subscribers on YouTube. And it's probably one of the fastest YouTube channels I've seen grow from 0 in the first month.
Man, so if somebody was thinking about using that strategy, would it be extremely expensive though?
In terms of what?
Like let's say 1,500 for a post, 1,500 for a post, 1,500 for a post. And I'm just like, I'm not really getting paid on the YouTube side. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Now, I was just throwing that out. Now, would I do that? You'd have to be very.
It's a strategic play.
Yeah, it's a strategic play, exactly 1,000%. So it's not something I would do. But what I will say is this: most people, most brands, most companies, I don't care what it is, they actually use these theme pages to grow whatever it is that they have going on. So think about that. You're able to get in front of millions of people for a fraction of what it would normally cost if you were to pay for ads.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. I run Facebook ads. If you need your Facebook ads, comment below. You run your own Facebook ads. Why would somebody, because I've always been nervous to spend like a chunk of change on a shout out page because of the data seems like it's missing. It seems like there's no data behind it. It seems like it's just, did I get likes or did I not? And now that 3,500, 1,500, or 500 is gone. Yeah. Versus at least with Facebook, I probably at least got some emails or some clicks in my pixel.
Yeah.
What's your objection to that?
You run Facebook ads, right?
Yeah.
So we can both agree that it probably costs $10,000 to reach 100,000 people.
Right.
Why don't we think about how many people we can reach for a fraction of that? So you don't have a problem spending $10,000 to reach 100,000 people on Facebook. But what I'm hearing is you have a problem with reaching 2.5 million people for only $3,500.
Got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what it is. It's literally what it is. And this is why Instagram theme pages, not only using them but owning them, is so freaking profitable because it lets you reach your target customer, your target client. You literally, by reaching out to these people, hey, how much you charge for a promo? They tell you their rates, you send them content, and you get posted just like that.
Got you. So let's talk about another thing, because I just feel like being genuine and authentic is what the audience loves. And this is what builds your authority as someone in this space. What is the worst experience you've had using theme pages, and what's the best experience that you've had?
The worst experience I've had using theme pages was probably paying to get posted and they never posted me.
Dang, so that can happen?
Yeah, not 1,000%. But
Let's get to that though.
What I do want to preface this by saying is this: I'll take full accountability because I didn't do my due diligence. Because what happened was I seen that they had a link in their bio that you can just book for a promo on their page. And typically what I do...
Oh, they just had a paywall in there.
Exactly. Typically what I do, though, is I reach out to the pages first and I confirm that they can post me on a set time before I pay. But in this instance, I didn't. And it just turned out to be somebody that wasn't really active in running the page that much anymore. So I paid them. I mean, it was only a couple $100. I lost it, but it is what it is. That's my worst experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's good to know because a lot of people can say, hey, I watched this episode. I'm going to go to one of the lower tier pages that just accept anybody. And then they paid. And then come to find out no one's managing that page.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about the best time.
Best time. There's been a plethora of best times. But my best experience with one of these theme pages was probably paying them $200 to get posted on a page. The post went viral and I made $5,000 in my first 24 hours.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So let's break down psychology. What happened? Was it timing? Was it the post?
I think it had everything to do with the post. People are always talking about, yo, what time should I post X, Y, Z? I don't think that really matters. Because at the end of the day, whether they see it at 3 o'clock or whether they see it at 7 o'clock, they're still going to see it. It's all about the post and being very intentional. So with the years of experience I have with this space, I've posted over 1,000 promos, both from the side of using them as a consumer and both from the side of owning the pages as a theme page owner. And what I kind of have an advantage over everybody else is I kind of know what's going to work versus what's not going to work. So really paying attention to the commonalities and the things that this page already posts. Basically, I'm going to add on to that. And this is exactly how we were able to turn $200 into $5,000. We were basically looking at what they were doing already. And we revamped it, redid it so it matched our brand and whatever it is that we were selling at that point in time. And that's how we were able to get that big payday. And the beautiful thing about it is this isn't just a one-off. I didn't just go from $200 to $5,000 just like that. But most importantly, what I did, and this is the part that most people don't even ever ask about, is I actually gained over 4,000 followers within 24 hours. And the beautiful thing about that is this. Those that $5,000 that I made, I think that brought me roughly like 300 customers or something like that. Even though I got over 4,000 followers, it only brought me 300 customers. But the beautiful thing about it is this. I don't care about the money I made from you today. Why? Because guess what? You may not pay me today. You may not pay me tomorrow, next week, next month, or next year, but you're going to pay me one day. Because on average, it takes somebody to see you 7 times. And now you're in my ecosystem because you follow me. So it's like a double-edged sword. I'm making money right now. I'm making my money back from paying for these promos. And then on top of that, I have a bigger audience on Instagram. So every time I post, they're going to see me more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, like people got to look at it. It's in a different world, social media world, but it's lead generation.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's just like people pay for leads. They pay for these big email lists. You're just doing the same thing, but instead you got someone actually watching you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So let's talk about some of the pages. People, of course, know Hollywood Unlocked, Spiritual World, Wealth, right? How much do those pages cost?
I know for a fact Wealth charges $7,500 for a post.
Yeah.
Spiritual World about $3,500, and Hollywood Unlocked about $1,000 to $2,000.
Okay, so somebody, especially when you see Wealth, right? What would be you as a consultant that you would say it's time for you to use Wealth versus you saying, hey, you shouldn't use Wealth yet?
So the person that I recommend to use Wealth is the person that's already tested the piece of content they're going to use for Wealth on a smaller page. I tell people this all the time. This is how we're able to scale. That payday that I said I had where I turned 200 into 5,000. The only reason I was able to turn 200 into 5,000 is because the day before I paid a page that was smaller. I paid them $50 and it made me back 2,000 in revenue. From $50 is what it costs. $2,000 in revenue is what I generated. I saw that post did really good on a small page. So I went to a similar page that's even bigger and the results were even bigger. So basically going on Wealth, going on these higher tier pages like the 3 that you just named, only recommend going on those pages once and only once you've actually tested the piece of content you're going to use. You tested it on a smaller page first.
Got you. So it's kind of like a succession ladder.
Exactly.
Do you do that for all your posts, or it's like you kind of build a confidence afterwards?
I used to do it for all my posts, but then it got to a point where I'm more confident, so I have an idea as to what's gonna work versus what's not gonna work, and Am I right 100% of the time? No, but I'm right a good bit of the time.
Got you. So what would you say is like a good starter page?
Good starter
spend
page.
Your money with?
If I were to say a good starter page to spend your money with, it's a good question. I wish I can give you an answer, but the reason I can't give you an answer is because it depends on the niche that somebody's in.
Got you.
Because
right.
I mean, everybody's selling something different. If you sell wigs, I wouldn't recommend that you get on a page that's talking about cars. A lot of times people say, "Yo, I'm just gonna pay this page," not thinking, are their followers my dream followers? Are their followers my dream customers? Right. So, for example, it all depends on the kind of page you're getting on. It reminds me to remind people to this to this point. Depending on what your dream customer is, depending on what they look like, depending on their common activities or whatever, you're going to have a different theme page for every different kind of business. So, for example, if you sell wigs, your best bet is going to a page that posts primarily they primarily have 90% of their followers are females. For example, a good page for that, especially starting out, is going to be Boss Baddie Mindset, right? It's a page that posts specifically things tailored to women, and we know out the gate, 90% of their followers are women. I'm about to sell you some bundles or some wigs or some hair, something. Let me post something that is going to grab their attention. And yeah, so it really just depends on the niche. But a general niche, entrepreneurship and success pages are typically the better route to go. Because
kind of universal.
Yeah, it's more universal. But if I were to say one out the gate, probably Black Billionaire. I think BLK Billionaire. I think they charge like $90, something like that. It's just
okay. I'm gonna test them out myself. Sure, you know what I'm saying. So before you pulled up, I was digging through online and I found an article about you, right? And it said, the article said this 20-year-old made $250,000 from IG.
Yep,
it's $250,000.
Yep.
So now that you're 21, have things changed positively?
Things have definitely changed positively.
They've definitely changed positively?
Yeah, so now at the age of 21, we actually crossed $1 million from just Instagram specifically.
Just Instagram specifically?
Just Instagram, meaning this is money that's directly correlated to a customer that came straight from Instagram.
So now that I said that, people are like, oh, here it goes. But let's really break it down. Hang with me, y'all. What's the secret that you've used to help make your money for yourself or for others on Instagram?
That's a good question. So one thing that a lot of people are going to look at this and say is you can't make that much money using these pages. And well, one, that's a lie. I guarantee you go to the Shade Room, for example, you see Fashion Nova getting posted on Shade Room 3 times a day, nothing less. They understand the power of these pages, obviously, right. And they're one of the top e-commerce companies in the world today. But what I want to say is this. I didn't just make that money from using these pages. It's actually the opposite. I made that money from owning these pages. So when I first started doing this, I was literally using these pages, reaching out to them, hey, how much you charge, whatever, posting my stuff. And then I was like, yo, I'm paying all these pages all this money. What if I became the owner? What if people paid me all this money? Yeah. Because think about it. Wealth literally charges $7,500 for a sponsored post. Yeah. Think about that for just a second. If I was to tell you that I guarantee, and me and you both know, we both follow Wealth. I know you follow Wealth. Yeah. They post minimum 10 promos a month. Minimum. So how hard is it to make 100,000 followers? I mean, $100,000 once you have a page of that magnitude. Yeah. Right. So I changed my whole perception and I was like, yo, instead of me being a consumer, let me be a producer. Instead of using these pages, let me own these pages. And once I made that switch, once I flipped from using them to owning them, that's where everything skyrocketed.
Got you. And I could see too, because I always want validity on the show. I could definitely see how you can make a lot of money. Because once you get past the building phase, it's people growing dreads once they get past that baby dread phase. And once your theme page is there, people are everybody wants attention. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're selling now. So
1,000%.
If you got the traffic and you're charging them $500, that adds up. You see what I'm saying?
And the crazy part is, this is when I say this, you're probably gonna be able to see what I mean now. This is an audience that you build and you own forever, as long as Instagram continues to be a platform. And being that this is an audience that you own forever, think about it. you don't only get paid from doing promos on a page. No, that's one of the hundreds of ways you can make money from owning these theme pages. Literally, you can sell a digital product on your own theme page. Remember, this is a niche down page and the only people that follow you are people that are interested in whatever it is that you have to offer. So for example, let's say I owned a car page, right?
Yeah.
And on this car page, I posted all the coolest cars, the fires cars, and all the coolest what do you call it? Like the things they put in their cars, all that stuff.
Yeah, all the accessories.
Exactly. Now, what if I told you that on this page, I sold, let's just say, an ebook.
Like in the link in bio.
In your link in your bio, what if I sold an ebook saying, yo, how to mod your car for dirt cheap? Or not even just that. What if I actually sold car pieces? Because guess what? 90% of my followers are car enthusiasts.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to actually click the link in my bio and buy whatever it is that I have to offer. So not only are people going to be reaching out to me for promos on the page, not only are companies going to be reaching out to me for partnerships to get on my page, but now I can also make money from actually posting my own product in the link in my bio, literally selling my own stuff. So there's literally millions and I don't want to say millions, but there's literally hundreds of ways that you can make money from these pages. And I actually want to show you something so we just know this is all like this is facts.
Yeah.
You tell me how much that says. This is last month how much one of my Instagram theme pages made in revenue off of selling a digital product.
Oh man. Hold up. Yep. 78 is right there.
78,000, and this is just a digital product on one of my theme pages. I own over 5. Let's talk about it. I'm like, this stuff really works, and you could probably tell the passion in my voice when I talk about Instagram is because this is what really changed my life.
Yeah,
we have to stop thinking like, yo, that's not possible. He's a liar. He's a scammer. That's not possible. It's too hard. No, there's ways to seriously make money out here. And Instagram, I tell people this all the time. It's one of the easiest ways to make money in 2023. I don't care if it's you using the pages or you owning the pages. It's so easy because Instagram connects billions of people to this one app. So let's figure out a way to get these people off this app and buying whatever it is that we have to offer.
He pulled the numbers up, y'all. So for anybody thinking, yeah, that was wild. So that's what's up. So what about the people who still have limiting beliefs and they're like, it's saturated. This isn't the right time right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so like you only 10% of your stuff gets shown on Instagram. You know, those people. Like, what do you think?
It's not saturated to own one of these pages because literally I just looked at Instagram growth data. And if you were to look it up right now, Instagram is constantly growing. As long as this platform continues to grow, my pockets continue to grow. And that's literally what it is, y'all. And we have to get out of this scarcity mindset of there's so many people doing this. You have Jimmy down the street doing it. You have Billy up the road doing it. You have all these people doing these things. It has to be a point in time where you stop letting competition stop you from doing the thing that you're meant to do. All right, we have to stop being scared of competition. Competition is everywhere. Either you're going to adapt or you're just going to die. Yeah. And that's just how it is. So I don't even look at, there's no such thing as competition. How is there competition? How is it not possible? And I was just doing my research last night. I was up to like 1 a.m. on this new niche that I'm actually about to get into with Instagram theme pages that's literally untapped. There's still opportunity out there.
Yeah. So what about the people too? Let's just break it down so that they can see how actual real this is and that they've been under a rock. Let's just talk about business evaluations like with the page Taijuan. Because I've seen that in the news. You know what I'm saying? That's the theme page, right?
Taijuan, yeah, that page was actually created by a 23-year-old in, I believe, Canada. Don't quote me on this. 23 years old in Canada. They literally, all they do is post memes. And I just looked at an article that said last year they sold for $84 million a freaking wild Instagram theme page. And most people are going to be like, and this is probably the question racing through your head. Taijuan, who's going to pay $84 million for an Instagram theme page that posts nothing but memes? Yeah. Well, the company that bought this Instagram theme page for $84 million was actually a record label. And the reason that they bought this Instagram theme page for as much as they did is because they realized 85% of the audience that was attached to that account was millennials, which is the same kind of music that their target is the same kind of music that their target customer listens to. And that's their record label. So now they're going to push their music onto their followers. This is what I tell people. This is digital real estate. You own this audience forever. You can do whatever you want with this audience. You're not limited to just doing one thing. No, this is yours.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So like, okay, people's heads blown right now, right? They're like, 1, I could post my own stuff on here and grow my business, right? 2, I can own one of these pages. What's the easiest steps that they could tap in with you to be able to learn either direction that they're trying to do.
So one, I definitely recommend just follow me on Instagram. It's at Taijaun, or even my YouTube. Every now and again, I'll post free stuff. But most importantly, I like focusing more on owning these pages, because I think that's the long term. Like, I'm always thinking bigger. Like, it's cool to make $100,000, make $1 million, but I'm thinking, yo, I want to make some M's. I'm not just talking about 1 million. I'm talking about millions per year. And what I'm realizing is the best opportunity to make multiple millions of dollars per year. And for those of you who have small minds and think $1 million is too far, let's just say your first $100,000 in a year.
Right.
I want to say is owning these Instagram theme pages. And because of that, and all my experience of owning dozens of these pages, even selling some, I actually have free trainings where I break this down on Sundays.
Got you. So people have actually, or you've seen, I don't know if you dealt with it, you've actually seen people buy these from regular people that are working on this at home, and they buy it from them.
Yep.
Let's talk about another thing too, because here's something else that I was also thinking about too. This could be done while you also work your job, right?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Like, how much time is this going to take to build up your own Instagram theme page?
That's a really good question. So one thing that we like to do is we like to offshore the process, so we do as little work as possible. So the very first thing I'm going to hire whenever I start an Instagram theme page, and I recommend anybody that's thinking about starting an Instagram theme page, the very first thing you do is get a content curator. The next thing you're going to get is an account manager. So this means the process is 100% hands off for you. Then after you have both of those pieces and they're posting 3 to 5 times per day, every single day, what you'll realize is you're having a page that's consistently growing, and you're literally building a digital asset that's going to make you money passively forever. And you don't do anything at all.
Dope. That's wild, bro. So from talking to you, I got to start using theme pages for myself, because 100%. I'm thinking like, people know I do sales funnels and stuff like that, and I just always thought that like my business didn't align with a theme page. I just felt like all the cool kids use the theme page. You know what I'm saying? So like, real quick, let's just talk about how could a service provider use a theme page? Perfect.
So let's say I was a funnel designer or a website designer, for example, right? Actually, funny enough, this actually happened a few years ago, and I realized it. There was this one e-commerce Shopify agency. They build Shopify stores for clients, and I realized that they grew their clientele off of using these theme pages. So they were niched down a little bit, and their niche specifically was I believe they helped female entrepreneurs start their boutiques with Shopify. It wasn't that niche down. Obviously they built a plethora of Shopify stores, but I realized this is a niche that they honed in on Instagram specifically. And what they did was they reached out to these big Instagram theme pages that primarily have a female audience, female entrepreneurs to be specific. And it was like, hey, if you need a website to start your business or brand, to start your predominantly female owned business, your predominantly female customer based business, get a website from X, Y, and Z down below. And it just showed all the different cool websites that they had. And I'm pretty sure you see them all the time, since you're a funnel designer yourself. You see these people on Etsy, for example, they're selling you these custom Shopify banners for the website. And the whole website was just built off of like those custom big dope images of females in their brands. And they literally scaled their business to a 6-figure business, a 6-figure website design agency just off of using these Instagram theme pages.
Got you. So if you got $500 and you're putting a bet on it, are you putting your bet on Facebook ads, or you putting your bet on theme pages?
Man, theme pages. And I'll argue anybody down on that one.
Like, you're confident. You're not pointing me in the wrong direction.
I'm confident. I'm arguing anybody down on that one.
Okay. So that's what's up. So what are you, for the people listening, when they want to join your masterclass, see what you got going on, learn this, how much does it cost to join the masterclass?
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
They don't got to pay anything.
You got to pay me a penny.
So they're not going to, what can they lose?
You can't lose anything. You dang sure can't say I'm a scammer.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you gonna go over in the class for them?
Basically breaking down exactly this new secret strategy that we're doing to passively make money using Instagram, using this secret strategy of owning Instagram theme pages. Most importantly, how brands are making millions of dollars owning these pages, and how they can do the same in 2023.
Got you. And then just to end it, what words of advice do you have for anybody watching this? Maybe they're at work, tired of their job, and they don't want to quit, but they need something that's inspirational. Somebody that's tired of Facebook ads, or somebody that's just looking for something new. What's your word of advice for them?
My word of advice to them is don't be scared to try something new. Like, for example, you just said, like, you want to do it, you hear about it, but you're like, you just don't know if it's going to work. Well, you'll never know if you never take that shot. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose $500. Oh, well, boo-hoo. It comes back again, right?
Yeah.
And just keep going, keep going, keep going. The biggest tip of advice I can give to anybody that's starting this new journey of reaching Instagram success is consistency and just continue pushing through. Just continue pushing through, and consistency, that's all it is. And you'll be all right.
Yeah, because, I mean, you really don't have anything to lose. Like, you're doing it from your phone.
How
like,
much
you could be doing this on break at work and then at home before you go to sleep.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, think about it like this. How much does it cost you to post on Instagram right now?
Nothing.
It costs you nothing to post on Instagram right now. But the crazy thing to think about is this. You have an opportunity right now in front of you to continuously post on Instagram for free. Post on Instagram for free. Post on Instagram for free. And then sooner or later, it's going to turn to a passive cash flow for you because now you built a business out of it.
And you don't have to have the fear because it's faceless.
It's faceless. You never
so
show
you
your
actually can post more.
Exactly.
Dang.
And this is what I mean by, like, yo, this new strategy, this new secret system that we use, making money on Instagram using theme pages. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Dope. So follow my guy Taijaun Reshard. You can follow him where?
At Taijuan, Taijaun on Instagram.
That's what's up. Make sure y'all click the link below. Join his free masterclass. You have nothing to lose. And that's another episode of Tuned In with Tony.
Let's get it. Let's go. They built a plethora of Shopify stores, but I realized this is a niche that they honed in on Instagram specifically. And what they did was they reached out to these big Instagram theme pages that primarily have a female audience, female entrepreneurs to be specific. And it was like, hey, if you need a website to start your business or brand, to start your predominantly female owned business, your predominantly female customer based business, get a website from X, Y, and Z down below. And it just showed all the different cool websites that they had. And I'm pretty sure you see them all the time. Since you're a funnel designer yourself, you see these people on Etsy, for example. They're selling you these custom Shopify banners for the website. And the whole website was just built off of like those custom big dope images of females and their brands, and they literally scaled their business to a 6-figure business, a 6-figure website design agency just off of using these Instagram theme pages.
Got you. So if you got $500 and you're putting a bet on it, are you putting your bet on Facebook ads, or you putting your bet on theme pages? Oh man,
theme pages. And I'll argue anybody down on that one.
Like, you're confident. You're not pointing me in the wrong direction.
I'm confident. I'm arguing anybody down on that one.
Okay. So that's what's up. So what are you, for the people listening, when they want to join your masterclass, see what you got going on, learn this, how much does it cost to join the masterclass?
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free.
They don't got to pay anything.
No, you don't got to pay me a penny.
So they're not gonna. What can they lose?
You can't lose anything. You dang sure can't say I'm a scammer.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you gonna go over in the class for them?
Basically breaking down exactly this new secret strategy that we're doing to passively make money using Instagram, using this secret strategy of owning Instagram theme pages. Most importantly, how brands are making millions of dollars owning these pages, and how they can do the same in 2023.
Got you. And then just to end it, what words of advice do you have for anybody watching this? Maybe they're at work, tired of their job, and they don't want to quit, but they need something that's inspirational. Somebody that's tired of Facebook ads, or somebody that's just looking for something new. What's your word of advice for them?
My word of advice to them is don't be scared to try something new. Like, for example, you just said, like, you want to do it, you hear about it, but you're like, you just don't know if it's going to work. Well, you'll never know if you never take that shot. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen? You lose $500. Oh, well, boo-hoo. It comes back again, right?
Yeah.
And just keep going, keep going, keep going. The biggest tip of advice I can give to anybody that's starting this new journey of reaching Instagram success is consistency and just continue pushing through. Just continue pushing through, and consistency, that's all it is. And you'll be all right.
Yeah, because, I mean, you really don't have anything to lose. Like, you're doing it from your phone.
How much
you could be doing this on break at work and then at home before you go to sleep.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, think about it like this. How much does it cost you to post on Instagram right now?
Nothing.
It costs you nothing to post on Instagram right now. But the crazy thing to think about is this. You have an opportunity right now in front of you to continuously post on Instagram for free. Post on Instagram for free. Post on Instagram for free. And then sooner or later, it's going to turn to a passive cash flow for you because now you built a business out of it.
And you don't have to have the fear because it's faceless.
It's faceless. You never
so
show
you
your
actually can post more.
Exactly.
Dang.
And this is what I mean by, like, yo, this new strategy, this new secret system that we use, making money on Instagram using theme pages. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Dope. So follow my guy Taijaun Reshard. You can follow him where?
At Taijuan, Taijaun on Instagram.
That's what's up. Make sure y'all click the link below. Join his free masterclass. You have nothing to lose. And that's another episode of Tuned In with Tony.
Let's get it. Let's go.